Okay, I kind of want to do a part two to the last part of my reading because it did not. I don't know. I'm just being kind of led to do a part two. So I was saying that the fruits of your labor are not necessarily meant for you to enjoy. And because we are talking about career and that path for whatever it is that we choose and decide to do in this world, it's never for anybody else. Like the why behind your business should always be attached to a greater purpose than you. It should not just be, oh, I want to make money, or oh, I want to um, just be successful. Like, there has to have more of an emotion attached to it. Otherwise, you lose motivation. And I know for me, my why with my hair products and things like that, there is an emotion attached to it, but my reason and my desire for my why behind the spirituality based aspect of my business is so much bigger. It's connected to God. It's not connected to people, it's not connected to a problem that just needs a solution. It's connected to God. And the responsibility and discipline that you have to have, and the obedience that you have to have when you are working for the divine, 144 on my clock, as I said that, is going to pull out a side of you that is so much more grand. Um, and it's just going to literally birth a new being that you don't even recognize out of yourself. It's going to just pull the best versions of you that you didn't even realize existed. Um, so if you are, I don't know why, I just feel like there's a shift in energies when it comes to career. There's a shift in energy, kind of like back in 2020 when everybody realized, like, hey, I don't want to be working for wherever you're working in that moment. And a lot of people were quitting their jobs and starting something else, whether it was, starting their own business, becoming a content creator, doing something that they were actually passionate about. And we saw the rise of people on different platforms just kind of making money out of just being themselves and being in alignment with what they truly desired, not just showing up for a job that they had because they needed to make money. So if you're, I don't know who this message is for, but you already have me out here crying on camera. And so it's like, if you are not emotionally connected to the reason behind what you are doing, I want you to sit with that for a more than a minute, more than a moment. I want you to sit with that as long as you can, as many days and as many moments as you can, until you truly get so clear. And my throat is so tight right now. So it's like, this is the message. It's like, I need you to get so clear. Visualize what that looks like. What does that life look like? Is it a lot of work? Is it ease? Is it fun? Is it fulfilling? Because at the end of the day, all of us have jobs. All of us make money, to some extent. And I don't know that if you have a job that is consuming all of your time and energy, if you will be able to enjoy the life that you're trying to build and create. Um, this message is not going to be, oh, you're about to get a new promotion, or oh, you're about to da 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 da, like other readers do. This message is more like, are you even in alignment with what you're telling yourself your desires are? Are you even in alignment with the person that you are forcing yourself to become for the sake of this dream, this goal, this check mark? Because when you are creating a business, it is something that you have to nurture. It's something that you need to pour your energy and time and efforts and knowledge into, right? Um, but sometimes you're allowed to change your mind. Sometimes you may decide, this is not actually what I thought I wanted. Sometimes you may manifest something that you didn't actually want. But again, going back to kind of what I said, God will allow you to get what you want in order for you to become more in alignment to the desires that he wants for you. Because what you want for you, sorry, I keep burping, but that's the confirmation coming through. And I'm taking this to heart myself because I some days I wake up and I'm like, oh yeah, like, why do you want to be what you want? Why do you have the desires that you want? And so when I told God to take the desires of my heart, take them away from me and replace them with what you want for me, that was not an easy, lighthearted request. That was almost a request out of desperation. Like, I don't want to be wrong again. I don't want to waste my time again. I don't want to waste my efforts anymore. I don't want to create something that I thought was going to make me so happy and make other people so happy that people don't even appreciate. And sometimes what you truly need to do doesn't look as big, it's not as grandiose, it's not as, you know, there are people who literally use their voice to bring in compensation and fortune, whether it's through songwriting, whether it's through public speaking, whether it's through podcasting, whether it's through YouTubing, whether it's through TikToking, whether it's through reading and channeling messages, whether it's through preaching and, you know, whatever the case may be, we have to remember, and I'm not saying this like, oh, I came up with it. I'm saying this because I just heard Myron Golden say this, and it's like, I forgot exactly how he said it, so I'm not going to say it word for word as he said it, but what I'm saying in this moment is this. When God created creation with his voice, with his word, and that word manifested into everything that we are today, he wasn't clocking in and out. He wasn't doing it for the people, okay? There was a much bigger purpose, whether we understand it or not, whether we uncover that or not. The purpose is that creation was thought about, it was felt, and it was spoken into existence. And so you don't always have to use your entire body, mind, and soul, blood, sweat, and tears, sacrifice after sacrifice after sacrifice in order to create what you desire to create. And sometimes the creation that you create may disappoint you. I'm sure we've disappointed God, you know. But it doesn't mean that he stopped creating. It doesn't mean that he gave up and was like, okay, I'm done, you know. So I'm saying this to remind you that it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to decide differently. It's okay to release and let go, because whatever is meant for you will always seek you out, will always come back to find you, will always align with you. And so once you get clear, and I also want to say this, once you get clear on what you desire, I want you to also be aware of what fears come up and why they come up for you. Because most of the time we are inauthentically showing up as somebody who we are not for the sake of other people's comfort. So if you want to do something that you don't think other people are going to be happy about, I think you should try doing it anyway, and allow people to fade away if they're not meant to be a part of that journey. Because whatever's holding you back will hold you back forever if you allow it to. But if you release all the weight off of the catapult in which you have been sat on by God, you have no idea what you're about to be propelled forward into. I hope this resonates, and leave me a comment below about what you truly desire to do.